Hello, Epic 7 newbies, this is Suspect Amy. And I admit, it's entirely possible that I'm the only player who didn't know you can get a bunch of mystics from Moonlight Theater. I've actually never done any Moonlight Theater before this weekend. I didn't like the fact that, for starters, you need to pay with a ticket to unlock each scene in a story, but also once you start a scene, it locks you in the theater, and you can't escape until it plays all the way through. But I had the holiday weekend, so I decided to spend some time going through some of these stories, and you know what? I actually ended up enjoying the ones I've done so far, and as a huge bonus, you get 50 mystics for every scene you play. If you haven't done Moonlight Theater before, the stories hosted in here cater to Moonlight heroes. Since the main story and all of the side stories are specifically about RGB heroes, this was a place where Moonlight heroes can get their day. I did about 20 scenes so far, and that got me 2 Mystic 10 pulls on Senya's banner. Here we go, come to mama. You may be wondering, hey, I thought you said you need to buy a ticket for each scene. What's the cost here? Well, thankfully, it's not Skystones or anything crazy like that. It just costs gold, around 500k per ticket. But if you were like me and haven't done any Moonlight Theater in the past, I had around 16 tickets sitting in my bag. So if you're just doing this for the mystics, the cost is around 5 million gold for a 10 pull. For me, this is totally worth it because I have a ton of gold, but others may be in a different boat. You could argue that it's probably cheaper to just shop refresh, since mystics in the shop only cost around 280k, but I absolutely loathe shop refreshing. Besides, shop refreshing costs Skystones, and playtesters have calculated that you only have a 1% chance to get mystics on each refresh. No thanks. Anyways, with the current batch of stories in the Moonlight Theater, you could walk away with 2,800 mystics, or more than 5-10 pulls. My plan is to finish these stories and hopefully score the ultimate prize, Dragon Bride Senya. Before you guys dive into the Moonlight Theater and start skipping like crazy, I suggest actually reading these stories. Sageball gives a funny intro into what a Moonlight hero actually is. I believe the term was derived from folklore. There's a legend where, if you make a sincere wish on the night of a full moon, an identical clone of yourself will appear and help you in your time of need. In most cases, these lookalikes are visitors from another universe. In other words, they aren't just copies, but genuine people with their own distinct sense of self. I guess that explains why there's a bunch of cyborgs with laser guns and motorcycles in a game set in a fantasy era with swords and bows. Also, it explains the personality differences between the same hero, for example, Ray and Moonlight Ray. As you can see, I'm mostly through Fallen Land, and it's great. It covers stuff like why Kawana became the great chief of the Meldrick tribes, instead of her brother Kawazu, who was the stronger natural successor. It goes into how Lilius, who was defeated with her Pearland rebels, became Queen of Sidonia, and what type of queen she is. Hint: a little bit sultry. Anyways, I hope these nuggets didn't spoil too much, and whet your appetite for learning about the lives of your favorite characters. That's all I have today. Thanks for watching my video. Bye, everyone.